In this video tutorial, I will talk about the populate geometry tool, which you can easily find by double-clicking and typing POP. And here we have this populate geometry, or you can find it into the vector in the grid section and populate geometry tool. And we will use it and show you how you can use that to produce a Voronoi cell on the freeform surface. So we have a freeform surface here. We will make this in Rhino, and then we'll use a technique with the populate geometry and then put this on the surface. So basically, this will teach you how you can use the populate geometry tool in combination with the Voronoi and some other techniques to put a set of Voronoi cells on a freeform surface. Okay, to get started from scratch, I'm going to first produce this surface in Rhino. Let's just delete this and go to the curve. And here we have the spiral tool. You can use the spiral and go for the vertical one. So the 0. Okay. We can define the turns here, how many turns you want, or instead you can define the pitch. So I'm going to start from this radius to this, okay, ending radius. Now we have the spiral, and we can easily move this up. Just remember you have to the gumball on, okay, and now I'm going to move this up and hit the control key and release my right click, and here we have the surface. Okay, let's just make this more thick. Okay, and now I'm just going to type SOL, solid point on, and we have the vertices here at the end and at the start. Okay, let's just go from here, and we can click this and move this down. So you can see it's going to start from a smaller height to a bigger one. Okay, so let's just increase this. You can see how easily you can define that and produce that. Okay, and now I'm going to give this to the Grasshopper interface in the params menu and into the surface. Let's just set this. Okay, and now we want to make the Voronoi cells on this surface. So first of all, if you watch the Voronoi tutorial, which I talked about the Voronoi completely, you can understand that the Voronoi is about random points in a plane. So we have to have random points, we need a plane, and we have a boundary here. And how we can make this is to use the dimension tool. Okay, the dimensions will calculate the dimensions of the surface, and that's an approximate dimension in the U direction and the V direction. And then you can combine this with the vector, and excuse me, we can go to the surface primitive and use the plane surface to make a simple boundary for the Voronoi cells. So I'm going to give this to the X and Y, and you can see that we have a rectangle based on the UV dimension of our surface. Okay, so now we can go and type POP, populate geometry, and make random points onto this surface, maybe 200 points, and seed here, so we can change the seed. Okay, and increase the number, and now we can just give this to the points. The points here is the pre-existing population. You can just insert points into the populate geometry. So maybe we have multiple points here. Okay, so I'm going to give this a set of points and give this to the seed and to the points input. And you can see that the Voronoi will just go off in the point section, because it means that there is no any points on that. Okay, let's check this out. On near those pre-existing points. So it will decrease the number of the populate geometry points around those points, and you can see that it will decrease the Voronoi cells here. Okay, so remember, you can give the pre-existing points and just decrease the number of Voronoi cells there. And at the end, we can just give this plane a curve to have the boundary and give this to the boundary, and that's it. So you can increase or decrease the number of the Voronoi cells, and you can also change this as a seed. And now we can just put these Voronoi cells on the surface. So we can have a scale here. Let me just scale these cells. The center of these cells is exactly the population, so you can give this to the center. But if you give this pre-existing points, remember you have to just use the area tool to calculate the centroids and then give this. So this will be the more accurate way to give the center of the scale. And then we can give a number here. And okay, and I used scale, and that's because if you use the offset curve tool, okay, let's just turn this off and let's put the distance in -x because I wanted to offset inside. You can see that some of these cells will not have results, and that is because the Voronoi cells have small edges and they will just explode in okay, you can see this here. That's exactly what I'm saying. And you can see that small edge will not make it into the offset curve tool. Okay, so you can easily use the scale if you want to be sure to have a simple Voronoi cell scales. And now we can just make the surface from these by simply going to the boundary. And let's have this boundary curve combined with this scaled ones. But just check this out. They have been divided into two groups. We have to just make this into one. So I'm going to right click this and use the flatten. Check the question and answer video number 1. We talked about the flatten and the graphs a little bit, and I'm also going to explain this more in the Grasshopper course. So you will see that all the 293 curves are in just one, and we can just make them a boundary. So this will be the result here, and let's just extrude this into the Z. Okay, maybe whatever you want, so that you can change the factor. And now we can put this on the surface. You can just use the morph tool. Okay, that's a surface morph. Let's just search for surface morph. That's a better one. Surface morph. You can find it in the transform and here in the morph section, surface morph. We need to morph this solid into the surface. You have to give this a reference box. You can easily connect a box to this from the main menu. Okay, let's just connect a box. So we will have a reference box here, and then we will need the surface. Right click and remember to use the reparameterize. And I've explained that about reparameterize, and what happens here is that it will make the domain of the surface from 0 to 1. So this will be from 0 to 1, and from 0 okay to 1, wherever it ends. So I can just connect the main surface to this. Okay, and it asks how much of this surface is going to be covered with this geometry. So you can see it's a domain. If you want to just cover a little bit of this surface, you can easily go to the math and use construct domain tool. Okay, and maybe give it from 0.5 to 1. I'm just going to show you what happens here, but we will not use that. And the domain of W will be the extrusion here, so maybe we will have 1 because we extruded that 1. So we will have a 0 to 1 for the W. And let's see the results. You can see that it just covered from 0.5 to 1 and from 0.5 to 1. So how can we just put this on the exact surface we want? We can easily give a 1 here, and okay, let's connect this to the UVW. So it will just assume that it's 0 to 1, and that covers all the surface. And let's just give this to W, and you can see the result here. The surface morph will just work, and we will have this on the surface. Okay, you can see this in an artistic way, and you can see the model. Okay, so this was exactly how you can make a Voronoi cell and put it on the surface. Let's just wait. Okay, and that's the artistic view. Let's just turn it back. Okay, and here we go. So that was a small video tutorial about the populate geometry, how you can use this. I'm going to explain how we can concentrate more Voronoi cells in a place in the Grasshopper course on the Voronoi section. But for now, you can easily understand how you can just distribute a set of Voronoi cells on a surface, and you can also change the seed here, maybe 50, and you can see that it will change on the main surface, and we can just distribute that in 100 points. Okay, bigger cells, and that's how you can do it. So thank you for watching, and if you have any questions about this tutorial or any commands in the Grasshopper you have been stuck or you don't know what happens in there, feel free to ask and subscribe to the channel, and thank you.